So you're listening because you're looking for ways to make some money online, right? But without needing to spend anything first.
Yeah, it's a really common question. Lots of people want to know if it's actually possible.
And you're definitely not alone in wondering that. Today, we're going to do a bit of a deep dive into how you might actually pull this off. We've looked at quite a few different sources.
We have. And the idea is to give you a, let's say, curated look. Strategies, websites, the whole deal, all focused on earning without that upfront investment.
Consider this maybe a shortcut through all the noise online. We want to show you the real possibilities.
Exactly. We'll look at some specific websites where you can use skills you already have, then maybe some passive income ideas,
Yeah.
the kind that don't need capital to start.
And online jobs too, right? The ones you can access without investing cash.
Right. The goal here is just practical, valuable info. Cut the fluff, get straight to what might work for you.
Okay, let's kick things off then. Segment 1. These websites. There's so much out there claiming you can earn money. How do we find the genuine ones if we're starting with, well, nothing?
Well, a good starting point, I think, is looking at platforms that basically connect people. People who need stuff done and people who have the skills to do it.
Like a digital matchmaker.
Sort of, yeah. For skills and tasks.
Right, okay. So the freelancing sites came up a lot in our research. Upwork, Fiverr. People have probably heard of them, but what's the core idea, really?
Okay, so fundamentally, they're online marketplaces. If you're a freelancer, say you can write well, or you're good with graphic design, maybe video editing, you create a profile, showcase what you can do, and then you look for projects or clients look for you. And crucially for this discussion, setting up that profile. It doesn't usually cost money.
That's the key bit. No fee, just to put your name out there. It's like opening a virtual shop window, basically.
Precisely. Now, we also saw swag bucks and inbox dollars. They feel different.
Yeah, the earning mechanism seems simpler.
That's a good way to put it. They're really accessible. You earn by doing pretty straightforward tasks, filling out surveys, watching short videos, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Now, look, the earnings probably won't replace your day job, but for grabbing a little extra cash in those, spare moments, they're an option.
Right, like monetizing downtime if you've got 10 minutes waiting for the bus or something.
Exactly. Then there was Amazon Mechanical Turk. That one sounded a bit technical.
Maybe a little, yeah. What's the story there?
What's interesting about Mechanical Turk, or MTurk, is it's all about microtasks. Really small jobs.
Like what?
Could be identifying objects in photos, maybe transcribing a tiny audio snippet, data entry, things computers aren't great at yet. The payout for each task is small, often pennies.
Doesn't sound like much.
Individually, no. But there are usually lots of these tasks available. So if you put in consistent effort, it can add up to a steady, albeit modest, income stream. It's basically humans doing small digital piecework.
Like a huge distributed problem-solving team. Okay. And then user testing. This one seemed quite different, again, getting paid for your opinion.
That's pretty much it. User testing links you with companies needing feedback on their websites or apps. You basically use their site or app, follow some instructions, and speak your thoughts out loud while you do it.
So you're recording your experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your feedback helps them improve things. And you get paid for, well, sharing your experience. It's direct value.
That's pretty neat, getting paid to browse and comment. Okay, and last in this section, we looked at Rev and sort of transcription jobs in general.
Right. This is perfect if you've got a good ear and can type accurately and quickly.
How?
There's just a constant demand for turning audio and video into text. Think interviews, meetings, podcasts.
Sure.
Platforms like Rev connect clients needing transcription with people who can do it. The better and faster you are, the more you can earn. Solid option if you have those skills.
Okay, wow. So that's a good range of sites for active earning, using skills, doing tasks, no upfront payment needed. Good stuff. Let's shift gears now. Passive income. The dream, right? Earning while you sleep.
Well, it's definitely appealing, but it's important to be realistic. Even so-called passive income usually needs a big upfront investment, not necessarily money, but time and effort.
Right, setting things up takes work.
Definitely. Take affiliate marketing. The idea is simple. You promote someone else's product or service using a special link they give you. If someone clicks your link and buys, you get a commission. The beauty is you didn't have to create the product yourself.
So you're like a digital salesperson paid on commission, but how do you even start that without spending money? Where do you promote these links?
Good question. You can start with things you already do. Maybe you have a social media following, even a small one, or you talk about things you like online. If you Genuinely use and like a product, see if they have an affiliate program. Then you can naturally mention it, include your link. If people trust your recommendation, they might click and buy. It's about authenticity.
Makes sense. Build trust, share value, potentially earn. Okay. Now, related to content blogging and ad revenue, that also came up. How does that work without investment?
You can actually start a basic blog for free. There are platforms like WordPress.com or Blogger.
Right.
The passive part comes later, once you get people actually reading your blog regularly, traffic basically.
Mhm.
Then you can put ads on your site, maybe using Google AdSense.
And you earn from views or clicks on those ads.
Exactly. But, and this is a big but, getting enough traffic takes time, a lot of time,
Yeah.
and consistent effort creating really good, engaging content that people want to read and promoting it.
So definitely not overnight riches. It's a long game. Build the audience first.
Precisely. Very similar logic applies to creating a YouTube channel.
Right. Another content platform.
Yeah. And again, you can start with basically zero financial cost.
Right.
Your smartphone camera is probably good enough to begin.
True.
Once your channel grows, gets enough views, enough subscribers, meets YouTube's criteria, you can turn on monetization, mainly ads running on your videos.
Okay. The ads we all see.
Yep. Plus, successful channels can get sponsorships, or they can use affiliate links in their video descriptions, just like a blogger might. The main investment. Your time. Planning, filming, editing, making videos people actually want to watch.
So again, low cash barrier to entry, but high effort required.
Okay. Now, drop shipping was mentioned. It sounds kind of passive, but maybe complicated. Or with hidden costs.
It's an interesting model. You set up an online store, list products, but you don't hold any inventory yourself.
No boxes piling up in the garage.
Exactly. When a customer buys from your store, you pass the order to your supplier, could be a manufacturer or a wholesaler, and they ship it directly to the customer.
Ah, okay. So you avoid the big cost of buying stock up front. That's the main appeal. But you still usually need an online storefront. Some platforms offer free basic plans, but often you need paid features. And, crucially, you have to market your store and products to get customers. That can cost money, or at least a lot of time.
Right. Advertising costs, maybe?
Could be ads, could be social media effort, SEO, plus customer service. So while you don't buy inventory, calling it no investment isn't quite right. You need to research platform costs carefully to keep it minimal.
Got it. So maybe lower investment than traditional retail, but definitely not zero effort or potentially zero cost. Okay, that clarifies the passive side. Seems like time and effort is the real currency here, even if money isn't.
That's a very good way to put it.
All right, let's move to our final section. More traditional online jobs that don't need you to pay anything to get started.
Yeah, these are basically remote work roles. Think of data entry, for instance.
Okay, what does that usually involve?
Often it's straightforward typing, putting information into databases, spreadsheets, that kind of thing. It usually pays hourly. It can be a pretty simple way to earn online if you're accurate and reasonably fast at typing.
So good for detail-oriented people, maybe.
Could be, yeah. Then there's online tutoring.
Ah, using your knowledge.
Exactly. If you're strong in a particular subject, math, science, a language, history, whatever, you can teach students remotely. There are loads of platforms connecting tutors with learners. Your main asset is your expertise.
That's a great way to monetize what you already know. No financial outlay needed there, just your brain power.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We also saw virtual assistant roles mentioned frequently, VAs.
Right. What does a VA actually do? It sounds quite broad.
It can be broad. VAs provide support to businesses or entrepreneurs from a distance. Tasks can include managing emails, scheduling meetings, handling social media, doing research, customer support. Basically, administrative, technical, or creative help.
Okay. So organizational skills are key.
Definitely. Communication skills, too. And with more businesses operating remotely, the demand for good VAs is pretty high. Again, minimal startup cost, mostly just your skills and maybe a reliable internet connection.
Makes sense. A flexible way to use admin skills. Lastly, freelance writing. We touched on it with Upwork and Fiverr, but it exists outside those platforms too, right?
Absolutely. While platforms are one route, many businesses, websites, even individuals hire writers directly. They need articles, blog posts, website content, marketing copy.
All sorts of texts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you can write well and deliver what clients need, it's a very viable online income stream. The investment here is your time writing samples to show what you can do, finding clients, maybe pitching ideas, and then doing the actual writing work.
Building a portfolio is probably important.
Crucial. Even starting with some free work or guest posts just to get examples of your published writing can be a smart move.
Okay, that really rounds things out. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground.
We really have.
From active earning on specific websites using various skills to those passive income ideas that need time more than money, and then these more conventional online job roles.
That's right. We've seen that whether you want to trade your time directly or build something for the longer term or find remote employment.
Yeah.
There are pathways online that don't require you to dip into savings first.
Yeah.
But the common thread, the thing that runs through almost all of these, is you do need to invest. You invest your time, your effort, your skills. That's the non-negotiable part.
That's a really key takeaway. So as you're sitting there listening, thinking about all this, the freelancing, the content creation, the tutoring, the VA work, just pause for a second. What skills, what interests, what passions do you already have right now? Could any of those be the spark, the starting point for your own online earning journey starting today? Maybe just pick one or two things we talked about and explore them a little further, see where it leads.